to say the very least. Not American troops on the ground, but there are a lot of American citizens living and working there in Iraq. They're now getting out of the country as the security situation is growing less certain. And among those evacuating, U.S. contractors who are there in Iraq to help the country buy military equipment, in fact. Now, Alexandra Field is following this angle. Alexandra, just how many people are we talking about here? What is where are they going?
Well, for safety and security reasons, the State Department isn't assigning a lot of specifics to this. They're telling us that we're talking about a group that numbers somewhere in the hundreds. They haven't given a timeline for these evacuations, but they are trying to get these contractors to safety. What we're seeing here is that these are actually the companies that employ the contractors. They are the ones who have chosen to evacuate their employees. The evacuations are happening for contractors who are working in Balad, where we've seen the violence ratcheted up in the last few days. Our own Anderson Cooper actually spoke to one of the contractors who was in Balad. He was evacuated after ISIS opened fire. Here's what he said.
Local national security forces, they pretty much just dropped their weapons and walked off base. Not the Iraqi army. The Iraqi army say they thought they did what they were actually supposed to do. But if it wasn't for the villages on our perimeter, you might not be talking to me right now, because the villagers stood up and they helped out the Iraqi army tremendously. They can be very smart, and they can be very fast, and they can be very threatening.
And Tony was evacuated safely. We did also speak to his wife, who is here in Texas. She, like so many of the other family members of these contractors, just really eager to see their loved ones back here at home, out of this, increasingly volatile situation.
Again, we're talking about U.S. contractors, but we also know there are U.S. diplomats. There are people at the embassies, the consulates there. Now, are they evacuating as well?
At this point, the State Department is saying that they are keeping a very close eye, obviously, on the security situation there. But at this point, there has been no change to the staffing at the embassy or the consulates. Of course, we know that a lot of this could change, but for now, this really just applies to contractors who are working for companies that have gone ahead and made the decision to do these evacuations.
Alexandra Field, thank you so much for staying on top of that.